What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just, back again with another video. This is your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be doing a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and that is the current manga that I'm reading. Now, I've been reading manga digitally for years already. I've started reading physical manga more recently when I started my manga collection, but digital manga is always going to be the best thing for me. I can always just open up my iPad, open up my phone, and whenever I have some downtime, catch up on some chapters, catch up on the weekly chapters, catch up on the monthly chapters. I'm one of those people that reads the weekly chapters that come out on the Shonen Jump app. That's where I read all of my digital manga. I'm a huge Shonen fan. I love Shonen Jump. Pretty much any series that comes out on Shonen Jump, there's a high possibility that I'm going to enjoy it. Obviously, Shonen Jump got some series that I'm not crazy about, some series that I dropped, some series that wasn't it for me, but most of them I'm in love, and I love reading Shonen Jump. I do wish other publishers would get on the bandwagon and do what Shonen Jump does, because being able to read stuff from Kodansha or Seven Seas or any other thing like that, that's going to be amazing. Unfortunately, one of my favorite series that I finally completed was Fire Force, and unfortunately Fire Force was not on the Shonen Jump app. I had to find it elsewhere digitally, and it was amazing. I love that series. Definitely give that a try if you haven't. Now, let's get into the video. As for the manga that I'm reading currently, it's not that many. I'm only reading a few series right now. So, of course, I have to start off with the one, probably the best series that came out ever, One Piece. If you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you know what One Piece is, but just in case you don't, so One Piece is basically about a boy named Luffy. He eats a devil fruit, which is this fruit that gives people different powers, and they can no longer swim after that. So Luffy wants to become a pirate king because the previous pirate king hid his treasure, the One Piece, somewhere at the end of the Grand Adventure. So Luffy always wants to be a pirate, assembles a crew, and he heads out. And it's just 20 years. Everyone knows what One Piece is. If you don't know One Piece or haven't read or watched it, you at least know what it is. It's recently released the 100th volume, which is incredible. I'm one of those people who didn't know about One Piece until last year. Last year was when I decided to actually read One Piece. As I mentioned in my previous video, I caught up to One Piece in a month, and I've been reading weekly ever since. Now that we finally getting into the final saga, I can't wait to see how One Piece ends. This has been an amazing journey. Even though I haven't been reading One Piece for that long, it's just an amazing series. I do love this series. Next manga that I'm reading weekly is My Hero Academia. And My Hero Academia is not my favorite series. I just do love the concept of it, of different superheroes in everyday life. That definitely intrigued me. My Hero is about a boy named Deku who is a quirkless boy. So basically the quirk is what the superpower is called in that world. And he's born without a quirk. And he finally meets his idol, who is the strongest, the best. His name is All Might. And All Might, looking to pass down his power, passes it down to Deku. And now Deku gets a quirk, and he goes to high school to learn how to use that quirk. The premise of that probably sounds like a slice of life, but I promise you this is not no slice of life. This is, of course, battle shonen. It's just balls to the wall. It's crazy quirks just going off. I love how they do the different powers. It's very interesting. If you like superheroes, if you like Marvel, like DC, you're probably going to like My Hero Academia. I don't like it too much because I prefer my MCs to be a little more different than Deku. But the spin-off, if you haven't read, it's called My Hero Academia Vigilante. Also on the Shonen Jump app. It's concluded, but that was an amazing, amazing series. It's a prequel to about when Deku was in middle school, because the series takes place of him in high school. Definitely check out My Hero Academia or My Hero Academia Vigilante. Those were two amazing series. I love reading them, and I'm going to continue reading My Hero Academia weekly. It grew on me, even though I didn't like the beginning. Definitely came into its own. Definitely is unbelievable now. And I think that's ending pretty soon as well. So if you haven't, check on that. I'm also reading Black Clover. And Black Clover is about a boy named Asa who's born in this world with magic. He's born without magic. So he doesn't know how to use magic. He can't use magic at all. No mana, no nothing. So he wants to be the Wizard King. How he's going to be a Wizard King with no magic? Simple. He goes to a ceremony to get his grimoire, which is a book of spells, and that's what everyone in this world uses. They use a book of spells, and it comes with different leaf clovers, 3, 4. So he gets a 5-leaf grimoire, which is supposedly the devil is in it, and it gives him anti-magic. With this anti-magic, he can cancel and nullify any other magic that's thrown at him, and that's when he knows he's going to go and try and become the Wizard King. Black Clover is an amazing series because it uses magic, but it also uses different hand-to-hand combat because Asa doesn't use magic. He uses that anti-magic. And the only way to cancel out the other person's magic is to get up close and do what he has to do with his swords. So definitely check out Black Clover if you haven't. It's amazing. I highly recommend that one. The next series I'm currently reading is Masho, Magic and Muscles. And again, a boy born in a world with magic is born without magic. I'm starting to see a real occurrence in these Shonen Jump series. It's always the main character can't really do anything. He's trash. He can't really fight. He doesn't have no power, or he's born without power. And of course, we all know at the end he's probably gonna be the strongest, probably gonna be the leader. Damn, I just realized that. Wow, I didn't know I was reading this many similar series until I actually sat down and talked about them. I don't know. I guess I kind of like that trope. It's like the underdog story, you know? You start from the bottom, you grind, you work your way up, and now by the end of the series, you're going to be the strongest. So, anyway, back to Masho. He's born in a world of magic, and in this world, they actually kill all of the babies that are born without magic. And the way you can tell if a person's born with magic or not is because they have a line somewhere on their face. And that just shows that they can use magical abilities. A lot of people make the comparison that Masho is basically One Punch Man crossed with Harry Potter, and I can see where they get the idea, but Masho being born without magic, his stepfather trains him so that he can handle his own. So he's always working out, he's always pumping iron, always in the gym, and Masho wants to become a divine visionary, which are the people that essentially make the laws, and the only way to become a divine visionary is to go to magic school, get good grades, become the strongest, and you become the divine visionary. So Masho wants to do that so his existence will not be illegal, because once the world finds out that he can't use magic, they're going to kill him. While Masho is going to school, obviously this is a battle shonen and the main character loves to work out. So a whole bunch of battles, a whole bunch of different things. And it's just interesting because Masho doesn't have any magic. So he has to find different ways to combat these people that are using all types of projectile magic and regenerative magic and all this other stuff. Definitely check this out. I only read series that I enjoy, especially these weekly series. So every series that I'm going to mention in this video, I'm definitely going to recommend. I'm also reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen, again, follows the trope, but this one's a little bit different because it's a world with cursed spirits. And the main character, even though he doesn't have cursed spirit energy to combat these spirits, he can still see the cursed spirits. So he tries to fight them anyway, and for some reason, like all the main characters, he has this unhumanly, powerful strength. So he can combat these cursed spirits a little easier. But definitely he's getting his ass beat. And what ends up happening so he can get stronger, he eats the finger of the strongest cursed spirit in the world. After he eats the finger, the cursed spirit lies dormant within him, and now the cursed spirit can sometimes take over the main character. So he uses the cursed spirit's power to fight these cursed spirits and to become a Jujutsu sorcerer, but at any moment, if he really wanted to, the cursed spirit will take him over. So the main character gets locked up, and they give him an ultimatum. Either you can join the Jujutsu sorcerers, or you can be put to death. Obviously, he joins to join the Jujutsu sorcerers, and he learns to control his cursed spirit energy, which he now has. And now, definitely, I recommend the anime over the manga, because I don't think the manga looks that good, especially if you've seen the anime. This is the one manga series where I had to get used to the art, because for whatever reason, the art in Jujutsu Kaisen just isn't it for me. But when I saw the anime, it looked incredible. For this series only, I definitely do recommend checking out the anime. And after you finish the anime, because it's only one season, then I recommend reading the manga, but it will take some time to get through the art. unless you don't really care about that. Otherwise, go right ahead, read Jujutsu Kaisen. That's all the manga that I currently read weekly. And now for the 2 series that I read monthly. First, we have Boruto. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I read Boruto? It's trash. It's not good. The anime is terrible. You're correct. The anime is horrific. It's not good at all. But the manga actually has an upside to it. If you don't know, Boruto is a sequel to Naruto. And Naruto is by far my favorite series. That's what got me into anime, what got me into manga. I had to read Boruto because of that fact alone. The manga is a way better than the anime because the anime goes through a whole bunch of fillers. It goes through a whole bunch of nonsense. The manga actually goes through, okay, this arc ends, the next arc begins. There's no real downtime. It's just one thing after the other. Giving a synopsis of Boruto is like difficult for me because I don't really know how to explain Boruto. It's basically the younger generation, the next generation of Naruto. So if you've seen Naruto, if you know Naruto, if you love Naruto, you might like Boruto because now it's their kids. It's Naruto's kid, Shikamaru's kid. It's all of their kids. And they're the ones going on missions. They're the ones dealing with everything. I highly recommend those. Stay away from the Boruto anime. It's only good when they start adapting the chapters that came out. Once they finish adapting whatever chapter is out, it goes to filler and it's just terrible. Do not watch the anime. I tried for like 2 years. It just wasn't it. I started reading the manga for that purpose. And it's actually pretty good. I do recommend reading the Boruto manga. You may enjoy it more. But definitely stay away from the anime. The last manga series that I read on the Shonen Jump app is Dragon Ball Super. And like Boruto, it's a sequel to Dragon Ball Z. So Dragon Ball Super, the manga, is a little bit better than the anime just because the anime stopped. If the anime kept going, it would definitely be just as good. I do highly recommend the Dragon Ball Super anime. It's amazing. Definitely check that out. If you want more Dragon Ball Super after the Tournament of Power arc ended, definitely read the manga. The Moro arc is amazing. Granola arc, but it's definitely a good read. Dragon Ball Super takes place 10 years before Dragon Ball Z actually ends. So if you remember the ending of Dragon Ball Z, Goku finds Oob and he takes him away to train him. So everything before that, leading up to that, is Dragon Ball Super. And the ending of Dragon Ball Super will most likely be when Goku takes Oob. But until that point, everything is just going ballistic. I don't like Super because they look like they kind of bring the old people back. But other than that, when they do introduce new people, when they do introduce new arcs, new fresh arcs, it's definitely an amazing read. It's typical Dragon Ball, just pure nonsense, just battles, and of course screaming and transformations and incredible. Definitely check out the anime. Definitely read the manga if you haven't. And those are all of the manga that I'm reading during the Shonen Jump app. The last manga series that I'm currently reading, and I just started reading this because I just started collecting it, is Zom 100. I'm currently up to date. I'm on volume 7. And whenever the next volume comes, that's when I'm going to read it. Zom 100 is about an office worker who hates his job, who hates going to work. And when a zombie apocalypse happens, he's just happy he doesn't have to go to work anymore. And he decides to create a bucket list of things he wants to do before he becomes a zombie. It's weird for me because I don't really enjoy funny series. But this one is just jokes because all the main character wants to do is complete his bucket list. No matter how outlandish it is, he's going to complete his bucket list. And every volume, he's definitely doing that. He completes 1 or 2 things. And it's always something new, something different. And you don't expect the way he goes about completing these things. That's it. That's all the manga that I'm currently reading. I don't think it's a lot. I know people that read way more than me. I know people that read way less than me. Let me know in the comments what you currently reading. Let me know some series that you want me to check out on the Shonen Jump app. Or maybe some series that you want me to collect. If you made this far into the video and you like my content, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so you know when I post another one. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.